This is Ray's magnet blaster. We're going to go ahead and set one off here so you can see what it does. This is all stationary magnets, and supposedly a magnet has no moving parts, which is possibly correct, maybe not. But from this stationary magnets, these are the two magnets here, I'll show you the diagram later, we're going to get some movement in my car. So I'm going to bring this into the gate. There's no resistance going into the gate. That's good for an over unity. And that's about 18, 19 inches there. And so in Ray's angled magnetics generator 4, I had a setup similar to this, but I think it's getting about 11 or 12 inches on the firing. So we'll fire this one more time, and then I'll go ahead and show you the setup. I have it on a little car. That makes a lot of difference. If you have a car with bad wheels, dirt on the track, etc., you're not going to get the distances. But so that's pretty important. I'll go ahead and bring that in there. I got that just on the boundary line of pushing it away as I come in. I wanted to get maximum distance. There we go. It's about 18 inches there. Okay, I'll go to the setup. I'm using about 3 different types of principles here. The angled magnetics, by using angles, one can break the north-south continuity. This lessens the effect of the unwanted field. Grab that. You can see that the way I did that, I used this at an angle about 45 degrees. I put a small magnet in there so it could bring the other one down at it. You can see that more clear right there. So I started out here straight on, put the little magnet and broke it down, and then put another little magnet and broke it down further. This brings this unwanted, this is the north up here, this is south. I don't want the south in there. That loop south and north will create a pullback. Or if it's on the front, it'll make a resistance, input resistance and output resistances. So I brought that south down more. And that brought that out of the road, so I'm dealing more with just the north field there. Also, this little break there, or elbow, this is a neutral zone. When you have a north and a south and break it open, in between the north and the south is a neutral zone. But also, it's it kicks it. This is a small, it's kind of, I got into tension magnetics on the Ray's angled magnetics generator 4, and it seems to produce a little kick right in here. So anyhow, I didn't get into the tension magnetics in this one, but this loops it down, gets that south field out of the way, so we're dealing with the north field more than the other. And the same over here, we have our north and the south. And then up here you start with the north. So between the south and the north, we have a neutral zone. Anytime you have a north and a south, in between is a neutral zone. And that produces some effects you can use. It produces like a window in there. I call it a magnetic window. And that allows the entrance of the car into the magnetic gate much better. So it produces somewhat of a window and also a neutral zone. Allows it to come in a little bit easier also. Okay, and then I'm going to get into the firing mechanism up here, the big magnets. They're called diverting bars. Metal bars are used to break the magnetic path from the magnetic of the field. And I'll show you that here. Anytime you have a right angle here, got one coming through here, that breaks up that north. and the south loops around and hits the north. And I want to get away from the south because that's where it creates the input resistances and output resistances. So I broke it one time here, we got a right angle. Then I broke it down this way again, and then over to here and broke it down again. So I have 3 steps in there. You can call it a step, or I call it a break bars. But anyhow, that produces a more purified north coming down here. It gets rid of the south. It can't follow this north path as well when you break it up like that. So we'll go ahead and fire that again. I would go ahead and watch that raised angled magnetic generator number 4. And it shows, I got about 11-12 inches out of it. There. Okay, we'll bring in our large magnet. I call this the firing magnet. And we'll come in here and I call it a quick fire also. It just quickly fires there. So again, about 18 inches there. So anyhow, that's an added 6 inches, 6-7 inches from the one that I had in the raised angled generator 4. So this gives it a little bit more power. I did things different with the little car, those magnets. I've never had much success with straight in magnetics. You know, just I've always had more success when you're either going diagonal or you have your broken continuity, that type of thing. It just makes a little bit better reactions, and you get rid of those unwanted fields a lot more. So we'll hear again. So there again we hit somewhere around 18 or 19 or something like that. Well, we hit 18. 18 and a half, almost 19. So that gives you an idea what to do. This is more for experimentation. You can work with it. There's a lot you can, I just kind of put this together here this afternoon. I'm working on another project, but I kind of thought, well, I've never done this, and I've been wanting to kind of make a video on these broken continuity so you can have some firing that's clean. Into the gate, you don't have very little resistance. You can see you have much more output resistance. That's what we're trying to do for an over unity effect. I'll bring this up here. And you can see these are tubes, square tubing. And I think they're 1/8 inch walls. But you could use solid, but they're a lot more heavier. So I have 2 of these Neos up here. You break that continuity as it comes down there. These are, you have your neutral zone or a magnetic window here. You got your little magnets. You break those over, get that south down there, add a little bit of more kick there with that tension magnetics there. So a little fire again one more time. Okay. These are nice because you can adjust these back and forth, get your maximum distances. See, these are all held together by the magnets. So they're not glued or anything. So you can shove these this way, that way. So it's a good kit form. I thought about making kits, but don't know if anybody'd be interested or not. But if you were, you know, leave some comments and I can either give you better hold my magnet away, huh? Smart. These are sensitive unless you have the right kind of gate coming in the correct way. And we'll fire again. Got about 19 inches there. So I've gone from 11 or 12 inches to somewhere around 18, 19 inches. So I thought that was worth making a video. Thank you very much for your comments, your suggestions, and your donations. They do help any amount. Thank you very much. Have a good day and make every day count.